candle every morning, that sort of thing. I will speak to the heart, from the heart to Jupiter, about what's going on and what his energy can be reaching to me about. Okay, we're coming to Uranus in this detailed timetable. So Uranus retrogrades from 14 degrees Aries to 13 degrees Aries in November. He is retrograding to 12 Aries on the 14th of January 2021, when he will turn direct. So he's got super slow energy. He's the planet of revolution energy. He is carving his effect deeply. If you have a planet in Vedic Aries or Vedic Libra, you will be called to bring in revolution so as to manifest and express that planet, hopefully for your highest spiritual good, hopefully for the manifestation and realization of your life potential for that planet at this time. Whoa, we come to Neptune. Well, this is so important. Neptune is square the nodal axis at this time. He's at 24 degrees Vedic Aquarius in Purvabhadra Nakshatra. Neptune's retrograde most of November, but he turns direct on the 29th of November. And he's powerful in Purvashada. And because he's square the nodal axis, Neptune is operated in a fated and destined way. And so we should all open to what spiritual benefits we can receive from the Neptune energy. You see, negatively, Neptune is illusion and delusion, deception and confusion. But positively, Neptune is intuition and guiding vision. Neptune can deliver that, but I feel that on the level of government he won't. There will be so much illusion, and I think it's rubbish to say, oh, we'll all be able to penetrate the illusion at this time. I think we won't. I think beasts of illusion will rise on the different political sides, and Neptune will deliver that when he squares the nodal axis. You see, the USA has yet got to go into the depth of its Pluto return. And that will involve a contact with darkness. And contacts with darkness can be healing and can bring us to light. But that's not going to happen politically, I don't think, in the run-up to 2023, when the Pluto return reaches its first exact. On the 11th of April, there's a twist to the tale. On the 11th of April, Jupiter and Neptune become conjunct in Purvabhadra Nakshatra at 29 degrees Vedic Aquarius, and then Jupiter enters Vedic Pisces on the 13th of April 2022, and Neptune enters Vedic Pisces on the 18th of April 22. So we have a long-running Jupiter-Neptune conjunction, and drawing on the wonderful declaration of Reinhold Ebertin, well, the principle of Jupiter-Neptune is compassion, mysticism, artisticness, or negatively, speculation and deception. Read the blog about the possibilities. At the sociological level, it's visionaries and dreamers, mystics and hypocrites, speculators. That word sounds grim. Its manifestations are the pursuit of idealistic inclinations and a merciful and compassionate nature, or negatively, speculation, seduction, instability, scandal, losses and political conflicts. So I'm glad I've mentioned this rising Jupiter-Neptune, which will express itself probably negatively on the political side, but I can't wait for it on the personal side. Okay, just two to go, Pluto and Chiron. First of all, let's look at Pluto. Pluto moves from 28 to 29 degrees Vedic Sagittarius in November. Pluto is super energized by Jupiter at this time, who joins him exact on the 12th of November. So I've already mentioned the atomic explosive nature of Jupiter-Pluto and how it'll manifest in dark ways or spiritual ways. Pluto is at 3 degrees Vedic Capricorn in January 2023. That's very important because the United States birth chart has Pluto at 6 degrees Vedic Capricorn, which transiting Pluto actually reaches on the 4th of April 2023. And when you have a Pluto return, and the United States is coming up to have its Pluto return, we can feel it now, but the first exact is the 4th of April 2023. What it means is this: going into the dark and the shadow, so that these ideally can be healed and raised to the light. It means encountering issues of power, including very negative uses of power, so that we may heal and then each embrace our true and our proper power. The Pluto return is a journey to the underworld, and that's what the United States is doing now, and it'll get deeper and deeper. It's a journey to the abyss. So it is the Greek myth of Persephone and the Babylonian myth of Ishtar. Now the good news is that both Persephone and Ishtar, or Inanna as she was also called, came out of their journey to the underworld well. Persephone became queen of the underworld. In other words, she matured greatly. And Ishtar, who started off as goddess of the earth, after her horrific descent into the underworld, ended up as goddess of love as well. That's what we must aim for as human beings. Wouldn't it be wonderful if the United States aimed for that as a result of its Pluto return? Lastly, Chiron, just to say that Chiron transits at 12 degrees Vedic Pisces in November 2020 in Uttarabhadra Nakshatra, and he's retrograde all month. So if you have planets in Vedic Pisces or Vedic Virgo opposite, you could have a Chiron activation of woundedness and a wonderful Chiron healing. So you can get in touch with me for a reading on my Star Wheel Astrology website, and you can also look at my wife Maggie Pashley's many wonderful online healings. So I hope to hear from you and to work with you. Thank you.